Now, her talent was simply indisputable. Now, the life and music of Amy Winehouse is the subject of a new film, Back to Black. It follows her journey to becoming a star, as well as her latest struggles with addiction. Our culture correspondent, Charlotte Gallagher, sat down with the director, Sam Taylor-Johnson, and Marisa Abela, who stars in the film.
Amy Winehouse, a music legend. Now a new film is telling her story.
I was so excited by the idea of, playing and getting in touch with Amy the girl, and then Amy the singer, and as well as the woman before the icon.
And you physically transform in the film. Like, you start as this really vibrant young woman, and you become quite frail towards the end of the film and just seem so lonely and kind of cut off and let down by people. How did you feel about Amy when you were making this film?
I felt very in awe of her. When she first came on the scene, we were all sort of blown away by this girl from Camden that had a lot to say and wasn't afraid to say it. It's difficult to go through the highs and lows of someone's life, and I think it's just about dealing with those moments with as much sensitivity as a person as possible and figuring out exactly what's happening.
I don't write songs to be famous. I write songs because I don't know what I'd do if I didn't.
And for you, Sam, how hard was it to find your Amy, someone that can physically resemble Amy, but then can also sing like her?
Well, really, it was important mostly that I could find someone that wasn't going to impersonate Amy. There were many brilliant impersonators and people that looked like her or sounded like her, but Marisa came in as herself, was the only one in the audition process who didn't try to look like her in any way, earrings, eyeliner or anything.
Amy's grandma and her mum and dad are depicted in the film, but the family weren't involved in making it.
I went to the family, really out of respect that I was making a film about their daughter, and I just wanted to sort of sit with them and hear their stories, and then go off and make the film that I wanted to make. So they didn't have involvement as in they could say what I could and couldn't do, but I wanted them to be able to come and visit set and see what we were doing, and just to have, again, like I said, it was a sense of respect that I was making a film, about their daughter.
A big part of the film is Amy's troubled relationship with Blake Fielder Civil.
I didn't meet Blake. I wanted to meet Blake, but I didn't meet Blake. I set out to make the film, like I said, through her perspective, so her love of him, had to be palpable, had to feel real, and we had to understand why she fell in love with him. And so it wasn't about making a sort of one-dimensional villain. We had to fall in love with him to understand why she wrote one of the greatest albums about their love. And for me, really, the villains of the film, it's addiction and paparazzi.
Yeah, guys.
Come, please.
And when you actually look back now at the headlines that were written about her, I mean, I was reading one that said, oh, Amy goes to see Blake in court, but she can't hide the state of her shocking skin. And it's a picture of someone obviously very unwell. Do you think now, obviously, what Amy went through, what Britney Spears went through, that maybe we've moved on a bit as a society, that people wouldn't be persecuted essentially like that?
I don't know, recent news may say different. I felt like we maybe had evolved to this place of maybe that wouldn't happen now, but it feels like it is happening now.
We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times.
What do you think she'd make of the film?
I think that she would feel like the fact that we've sort of gifted her music back again in a different light, having seen the film, and people sort of feeling like they want to go and listen to it immediately afterwards, and be more remembered for her music than for her tragedy. I feel like hopefully she'd feel proud of it, and us.
And of herself too, as a catalogue of her achievements, and what it was that she was able to create as a very young woman. I hope that she would watch it and feel like, proud of everything that she created.
To her, I go back.
Charlotte Gallagher, BBC News.
And Back to Black is out in cinemas this Friday.